All right, folks, what do we got going on? Let's look at the crypto prices. It's been an interesting week or so. All of a sudden, Bitcoin has popped back up after being down for quite a while. The whole crypto world was in mid-November, so it's been about over 2 months of the FTX, which was just crushed crypto, but things are starting to bounce back a little bit. Bitcoin's at 22.8. It's gone as high as 23. It hasn't broken 24,000, but it's gotten close. Ethereum's at 1,500. Binance Coin, Binance Coin 310, XRP 39 cents, Adopto 60.93, Binance 99. The Dirty Doge, a little under 10 cents, Cardano 37, Polygon $1.09, Stellar, Solana 24, Crypto.com. It's gone as high as about 8.5 cents recently, 8.2 cents. It's at 7.7 cents. Polkadot 624, Shiba Inu at 11 1,000th of a thing. Chainlink 699. Litecoin has been doing all right, 94.14. Let's just take a look at the BTC, baby. So here's what's been going on. Elon Musk wants Twitter payment system to include crypto. Bitcoin falls under 23. Bitcoin falls about 5% after reaching a high of 23.9. Why the U-turn? ARCA director trading operations joins all about Bitcoin. All right, let's see a little bit the last week. So it peaked a little bit a week ago up to 22.9. And then it got up to 23.9 again, and then it's dropped significantly down to 22.6. So it's interesting. If you look at what's going on in the last month, it's definitely on an uptrend. This is where it was a month. This is the fallout. The 15-16 is the FTX fallout, basically. Interesting about Bitcoins. I think weathered this FTX storm much better because a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people understand that Bitcoin is different than the altcoins, and Bitcoin doesn't have an office or a CEO that can get arrested and give $30 million to Democrats to help protect him run a Ponzi scheme because Bitcoin lives on the blockchain. So it feels like, and there could be another big pullback. There could be another big correction. But I think a year from now, Bitcoin will be back up in the 40s or 50s. That's my guess. Just because it's a hedge against inflation. And I just watched an interesting interview with Raoul Paul, who used to work at Goldman Sachs and and this is why I always try to, because for me, when I see people that came up and are educated and worked in traditional finance, stock markets, bond trading, they really understand the markets. And when they are like, no, Bitcoin is legit, that's when I listen, because they understand how the markets work. And so this to me says, if we look at a year, let's look at a year. So a year ago, Bitcoin was at 46, 44, 39. And then it's been steadily going down over the summer. It was at the 20s. It got up to about 20 again. And then this was right there. That big drop is the FTX drop when it went from 20 to 15 and 15. And it was moving sideways for about a month, almost 2 months, really. And then just the last week, it's been going back up. So I think a year from now, we're going to be back over here where we were in March. And, this is February, March of last year. We were in between 38 and 45. We bounced up to 47. I think that's where we're going to be in a year from now. So Ethereum, again, very, very sort of similar to, it's fallen off in the last day. It's been sort of having an up and down week. It got as high as 16, even in some markets it went close to 17, but it hasn't had the big breakout. Again, let's look at what Ethereum has done. Similar pattern. A month ago, it was at 1,100, 1,200. It got as low as 1,000, I think, maybe. And a year ago, it was at 3,500. I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum got back in the got back to where it was a year from now to where it was a year ago. Could go even higher. So let's go back to CoinDesk here. They always have some interesting articles. Yeah. There's still a lot of problems with these exchanges, like crypto.com. I was a big proponent of them, but I'm very skeptical of them because I just read that crypto.com outside auditor, and we talked about this with Houston Wade, an outside auditor that said, oh, crypto.com has enough, they have more than enough to back so this is what happened with the exchanges. People, regular investors, put their money on the exchanges, and let's just pick a round number. Let's say these exchanges like FTX or whatever had $100 million, and they gambled it and they didn't have it to back it up. So then when people said, oh, I want to pull my crypto off of your exchange and put it on a cold wallet, it wasn't there. So crypto.com did an independent survey saying it had all of the assets in reserve that people are holding on their exchange. But then that independent auditor was revealed, they've then redacted their auditing and pulled their audit numbers off of the internet. That's a huge red flag for me. So I pulled a lot off of crypto.com. I was staking their Crow coin and earned a bunch of interest, which was great. But then I'm like, nope. I cashed some of that out. I converted it to Bitcoin and I moved it to a cold wallet. That's all I'm doing. And when some of these altcoins that I own some Litecoin, I own the Crow coin, I own Ethereum, I own most of it is Bitcoin, and the Ray token, obviously, which is the Rockfin coin. When any of them start to spike heavy, I'm going to probably liquidate most of them and move it into like a real estate or something that that generates revenue. So Doge was a community thing, way larger than it was a must thing, but I wouldn't say it today. And a lot of altcoins have interesting technology and uses and smart contracts. And I personally think NFTs are going to revolutionize the entertainment industry. I personally believe that. And so I think there's still a lot of, I think there's going to be a lot of good use for some of those things, but you also have to be leery in the altcoin world that there could be corruption. Your altcoin has a CEO. It's not decentralized. Decentralization is why Bitcoin is great. Yeah. 3 coin and destroy all others. Ban Bitcoin, which will be outlawed. Yeah, good luck with that. Graham, are you starting to be more skeptical of crypto? A lot of people have been scammed by it. Well, I've talked about this before. It's a fair question to ask. I'm not skeptical of Bitcoin. And people really need to understand the difference between Bitcoin and the altcoin. So if you're new to my channel, please look at I have a crypto and MMT playlist, and go back and watch my interview with Max Kaiser and his wife, Stacy Herbert. Max Kaiser made great points a year and a half ago about, he's a Bitcoin maximalist. So he thinks all altcoins are corrupt and he's kind of been proven right with all this FTX stuff. So let me pull that down. So I'm skeptical of exchanges because they're doing the same corrupt shit banks do. But I said this because I learned this. I watched all these crypto channels when I first got into this 2.5, almost 3 years ago now, where they said, pull your money off the exchanges, put it on a cold wallet. So I've been doing that the whole time. So as somebody just put in the chat, Ethereum and Bitcoin, stick with those. If you really want to get into it, I would research these projects and research them thoroughly, and these altcoins, and see what they are and see who's involved, because they do a lot of shady stuff. There's a lot of pump and dump scams. There is a lot of shady stuff. It's like the dot-com boom in 2000. So I would really, I know some people that research really well and they go, this is a really cool project and could potentially have, but just know they're far riskier. If you just want to invest in something and hold on to it and watch that asset mature and, increase in value, I would just buy Bitcoin. Buy some Bitcoin. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you my opinion. Buy some Bitcoin, put it on a cold wallet and just sit on it, Ponzi style, let it sit there and watch it increase in value. That's what I would do. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our ninth month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood and go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a PO box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.